Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So in today's AFK journey video, I'm gonna address the latest controversies with regards to AFK's journey's latest seasonal updates. So before we start talking about the topic, for those of you guys who are not familiar with what happened, there are recently some changes in the seasonal updates, and there are some nerfs, some not so good changes, as well as some hidden changes within the game itself that sort of sparked the outrage. So I will use this Reddit post over here as the basis of today's discussion because I feel that it's the most neutral, it has the least emotion mixed into it, and it's the most objective that can be used for the discussion, right? And secondly, right, I think a lot of people are giving false accusations with regards to content creator. Honestly speaking, I don't think I'm somebody that's important at all, but I think people are accusing me for being biased. People are accusing me for being very nasty towards free-to-play player. I don't know, like there's just a bunch of false accusations. Lastly, they also accuse content creators for not doing anything, but I'll be honest with you guys, I actually have been doing the feedbacks to the people who can make changes within the game in hopes that something could have been done, because this video would not have been addressed the controversy problem if they had addressed the issues fast enough, which could be easily done by sending the rewards within the game mail itself. It's really easy. These are all in-game assets that can be done really quickly. So if today, right, the rewards have been sent out, they have addressed the issue in a timely manner, this thing might not even have blown out of proportion. So that's just a disclaimer I got to make, right? Don't make false accusations to bring your points across. I've been doing my research, I've been finding out what's the real problem, and in today's video we're gonna address about it. I'm also gonna offer some of my potential solutions, some of my ideas which could benefit the game in the future to prevent them from committing the same mistake and hopefully allow the game to move towards a better direction moving forward. Because honestly speaking, I think I love the game a lot. I want the game to succeed and it matters to the channel a lot as well. So without further ado, let's talk about what are the issues, or rather what are the main issues coming out from this nerfs or like this changes portion. So as you guys can see, we have no more summons from medium-sized chests, half the gems from chests, tower rewards are a complete joke, no more gems and summon from AFK stages, and changes to the battle drill itself, right? So the first 4 pointers are basically nerfs to all the in-game rewards with regards to progression, because previously, in case you guys are not familiar with what I'm talking about, so I'm going to go into my my account over here. So previously, when we go through all the previous AFK challenges, the AFK challenges actually gave us a first time clear rewards, which were summoning tickets, which were gems, which were more beneficial for pulling of units. So right now, this is how the latest update looks like. So if you go into all the AFK rewards site, instead of getting gems, instead of getting invite letters, we are getting hero essence, right? For the seasonal essence, we are getting equipment boxes, which are less attractive to a lot of people, especially I'll say like people who don't care about progression as much, because these resources are good for people who want to speed through their progression, but not as attractive to people who value their summons more. So that is pretty much the large community in the gacha space. So this method, number one. The other thing that I think was mentioned in the post was changes to the Legends Trial. So we have this new season's Legends Trial, and in terms of the rewards portion, right, number one, they nerfed the essence part in terms of the numbers we are getting every 5 floors. They also nerfed out the daily stage reward or the individual stage reward. So previously, this gave us Acons as well as some of the hero essence, but right now, as you guys can see, we are only given the season forging stone as well as the season essence. So I think Acons is also considered a premium resource because it's something which you have to spend gems in order to obtain from the gacha, and it's something that you have to spend gems in order to purchase it from the Emporium shop itself, right? So this is something which I think is quite valuable for some groups of people. And the other nerf with regards to the story progression, let me just go back into the point again, right? They mentioned about half the gems from chests. Okay, so this one is with regards to the chest rewards. So over here, right? So this chest reward actually gave some for the, I think for the medium chest, they actually gave a summoning ticket together with all the gems. So they remove a lot of the summons. So in summary, right, with regards to the rewards portion, basically a lot of the premium resources such as summons as well as tickets as well as gems, they were removed or they were sort of reduced in this patch. and this is one thing which irks a lot of people. And I can see where this is coming from, because in the previous version, or at the start of the game, I think we are conditioned in a way that we are going to expect all these free rewards moving forward, and if we are going to do everything once again, right, we should be getting the same rewards that we are getting for the very first time when we first started the game. So them doing that is definitely a huge nerf in a sense, because we are getting less summons, and summons are really important in getting duplicate copies to power up our units. So this is definitely something that they can actually look at, or they should definitely look at. But honestly speaking, right, I'm going to offer a very simple solution for this one. With regards to season trial, with regards to growth path, with regards to AFK stages, the solution is very simple. They have done it before, and I believe they can definitely do it again. And that is to just recalibrate all the lost resources for each individual account, and then send out the respective lost resources through the mail itself. Okay, so this can be easily done. We have a mail function, and they use the mail function to send out rewards. So this compensation thing is actually a really easy fix in my honest opinion, because you can easily get all these rewards back by then sending a mail to you. So honestly speaking, it's a major issue, and hopefully they do something quick, because it's actually a very easy issue. These are all fundamentally digital assets that can be sent out really quickly. Like this can be easily 9,999 gems, and it will still not matter, because these are all virtual items. So this is a very simple fix, and it can be done, and I believe it should be done really soon, probably after the release of this video. Then we will actually create another video to talk about these potential rewards coming back. Okay, so this one with regards to the pointer, the first 4 pointers with regards to the rewards nerf can be easily addressed, but I think they probably just had to evaluate the different things to sort of come to the correct value, how much to give, and that's why it sort of blew out of proportion, because it was not addressed quick enough. Then next, this pointer, random nerf to true damage. Okay, so this one, oh my god, I feel bad about it, because I was probably the very first guy that was talking about this true damage change, because a lot of people were feedbacking to me in my comment section to talk about this being a really major problem. In case you guys are not very familiar what I'm talking about on screen right now, that is the video that I'm talking about. So in the video, I showed a comparison between OD and merely to talk about what are the changes with regards to the true damage. I'm not going to talk about the specific changes to the mechanics, but I'm going to address the issue why this was a major problem. Because I think in many tier lists with different creators, especially with the more well-known ones, including myself, merely was actually sort of being reverted as the best unit, because one of the best unit for the whole game progression thing, because she was basically used in every meta team in Dream Realm. So for Dream Realm side of things, right, Dream Realm is basically a very important part of the game, because it not only grants like rewards on a daily basis. Oh, by the way, before I continue talking, right, there's one part of the reward that actually got buffed, or rather we actually got more, right? Because just now we mentioned about all the different in-game rewards, but in general, Dream Realm actually got more rewards, because we are getting all the same base rewards, and on top of that, we are also getting more district rewards on a daily basis, just off doing the same thing. So this part actually is a buff, so this one is something that we need to give credit for, although this part could be a little bit better. I think as a free-to-play player, it could be a little bit better, so let's hope and see whether or not they could possibly amp things up from here. But actually Dream Realm rewards got buffed, by the way. But moving back to the true damage nerf portion, so with regards to the recent boss changes, basically damage scaling got changed out in terms of favoring more towards the usual physical and magical attack, and then not favoring true damage as much. And this is a problem because merely being widely promoted, merely being widely thought to be the best unit for this game mode is probably something that people will spend a lot of resources in to get her to EX20. So before I continue talking, I gotta go to my main account to show you guys something. Okay, so here we have our main account, and as you guys can see over here, I have the 3 main unit with regards to the true damage nerf controversy. We have OD, we have Corinne, and most importantly, we have Merrily. So my Merrily is Paragon 1, she's on the way to Paragon 2, and she has EX weapon level 20. So I can understand the frustration that people have when they pour their resources into the best unit for Dream Realm, or supposedly the previous best unit, and in hopes that they can use it every single day to secure the best rank for this game mode, which is very, very understandable. I'm part of the group, right? My OD is only EX15, my Korean is EX15, but my Merrily is EX20. There's a reason for that. Honestly speaking, I think this is definitely a design overlook. Like, it's something that I think they probably missed out. I don't think they expected this. Like, from a design point of view, I can understand there's a need to change out the mechanics to promote a new meta, but they should have a backup plan to rectify this resource issue, right? So I spoke to some AFK Arena Transit to AFK Journey players, and there's actually this unit reset feature or this swap scroll feature in AFK Arena. So pardon me if I mentioned the points wrongly, but this is just something that I was told about. So this swap scroll feature in Arena basically allowed you to transfer the stats of the units, like namely their tier as well as their EX weapon, into the new unit you want to get this buff. So that in the place of this unit over here, like Merrily for example, she's Paragon 1, she's EX20, I just put it into that feature and then I transfer the stats over to maybe Brian, right? To make Brian Paragon 1 and get his EX weapon to EX20. So that is one solution, right? Just offer the stats transfer so that when you are in the season, right, you can swap out the stats from an old unit into a new unit so that you can try out the new unit in the new season itself. I think it's quite easy to achieve. Or the other way they could do it is just send a unit reset scroll to allow us to reset and transfer all the transferable resources from one unit to a new unit in the event they get changed out or in the event they become not as good. Okay, so namely your EX weapon essence as well as the Acons itself. So these are transferable. Personally, right, I am not a big hater with the change because I can see myself making new meta teams as well as new variety, but this is definitely something that will be of concern for some people, especially for those who are new to the game and have committed all their resources into the likes of Merrily as well as Korean because they were the #1 units for Dream Realm, and all of the sudden these #1 units, they are no longer #1. So I can see where the issue is coming from. So the potential solutions, like I mentioned earlier, is just a very easy stats transfer feature or a easy reset scroll to just reset the units and then get the resources back. I also promoted people not to invest in this year because your resources will be stuck. So this is the logic, right? You invest in a unit, your resources are stuck, and these units are not as good or they are not used as much, and they are stuck there. So you are angry that you wasted your resources in this unit. And this is why I have this video about this unit many times, okay? So I understand it, and hopefully they do something about it, like do this swap scroll feature, whatever, or some reset scroll to just reset the unit that you no longer use, or maybe it's not as good so they can put into the new unit. Okay, so that's for the true damage nerf part. There's another pointer which I want to talk about with regards to this with regards to some of the paid packages. So this one over here is the Noble Path rewards. So basically there are some changes in the rewards. We are getting cosmetics, we are getting rate up invite letter, we're getting the normal invite letter together with the EXP and the essence and go. So comparing this to the base Noble Path, which gives you 1200 sigils, which is 20 summons, right? 20 A-level characters, right? Random A-level characters, and then 20 invite letter, which gives you a higher chance to get the unit you want because it's higher percentage and lower PT, and then 1 guaranteed unit chest, and the loss of, I'll say, 500 over Acons is what also sparked the outrage for the package portion. So I think this is the only one that was, in terms of value, truly nerfed, because invite letter, in terms of the rate up and the normal one, is just not as good as a guaranteed box as well as an elite invite letter. So I think in terms of sheer value, it's not as good. And I think losing that 20 A-level character is also not a good sign. So I don't know what they were thinking when they did this, because if let's say you want to balance things out, right, you could easily just sell the same thing for the same price and nothing would have happened. Like, you can also give more invite letters, right? And not just give 60, maybe what about 50 each? I think it's possible, right? These are all digital assets, so this is just something which I think is just an oversight as well. Hopefully they give us some compensation. I also bought this pack, so I also hope they give us more compensation so we get the rewards. And this is definitely a big nerf, which I think they probably should revert. Yeah, it's very easy, to be honest. Just a just a mailbox away to get all the rewards back. But the other thing which people also talked about is with regards to the growth bundle. So I got to change out my accounts to show you guys what I'm talking about. So the growth bundle is basically a series of paths where you take after you complete certain AFK challenges. So I have my base account who is free to play, and I have both the growth bundles to showcase this. And I think it's quite valid as well. I spoke to a few other people with regards to this, especially the mid spenders. I think this affects the mid spenders the most. Let's go to this one. So we are back on this account. So for this bundle, right, that I'm talking about, this growth bundle, this is the base one. So we're getting 18,000 gems, 120 summons, so 60 elite and 60 normal invite. So $44 Sing dollars, 45. Then this is the seasonal growth bundle, so same price, but we're getting 3,000 less gems and we're getting 10 less summons. But in terms of sheer value, right, this amount is actually the same as this one, because your epic invite letter actually costs more. So if you take the sheer gem value, this one actually is more high value. But at the same time, the people that I spoke to also make sense, because they could easily just make these 120 summons and just keep the gems, and it doesn't affect them that much. Like 10 summons is not going to make a huge difference, and 3,000 gems is not going to make a huge difference in terms of just the digital asset side of things. So this was definitely something that sparked the outrage, although I have to clarify that in terms of sheer value, right, it's not enough. But I can see why people are mad about this. So I bought it on my main account as well. And I surely hope that they give us like more summons from here as well, because all these additional free rewards, like I mentioned, is just a click away. And hopefully I will make a video after this to address all the rewards they are giving back to us. So that's something which I hope happens, right? Nothing is promised, but I hope it happens. But moving back into the Reddit post which we were talking about just now, with regards to the pointers which I want to talk about, let me find the post again. Where is it? There's just a lot of posts on Reddit. Okay, so this is we are back to the post that we want to talk about. So I think, yeah, I do agree with the pointers over here, and I do hope that my voice is heard, because I think from a personal point of view, I didn't think that I will be recognized, number one, and I didn't think that I was somebody that was important to influence change. But I guess people want to hear my opinion, right? So here's my opinion with regards to this issue. I think a lot of these issues are warranted for, and hopefully they do learn from the lesson. They do try to change all these things which I talked about, because I really hope the game does well in the long run, right? It is a good game, and I've been playing the game even before global release. So I've seen some changes which they did, and I've seen things which they have done, and these issues can be really fixed super easily. So I hope the next video that I do for today will be covering the rewards as well as the answers to this problem, and hopefully the people who are angry about this issue, they're less angry about it. Okay, of course everybody really hopes for the best for the game, especially myself. Thank you very much for tuning in. So that's it for this video. Hopefully this opinion is something which you can relate to, and I'll see you guys again in my next AFK journey video. Bye guys.